Hey y'all, thank you so much for tuning back into another live on the Responsible Homegirl Instagram. If you are watching the replay, thank you so much for tuning back into another episode on the Responsible Homegirl podcast. So some of you probably was on my very first live, and unfortunately, my guest that I was having on with Supreme Financial, he just called and he has a flat tire, so he cannot hop on the live. He said he would be home in 20 minutes, but I told him, don't rush it. Just allow, whatever happened, because he got to get his car towed and stuff. So we are definitely going to reschedule our conversation about like rebuilding your credit and stuff. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I still wanted to just get on live to tell y'all exactly what was going on. But as soon as we get a new date and everything, I will definitely let y'all know. It just sucks because we was planning and preparing for it. But at the end of the day, this is just like life. Stuff happens, stuff comes up, and at the end of the day, I want to make sure, my people are taken care of. But since we are on here, I will give y'all an update about Saturday school, wholesaling mobile homes, all of that good stuff. So another one of my students, or not another one, the same student of mine, which is my sister, Tata, shout out to her because she has closed her second wholesale deal of this year. The first deal she closed in less than 2 weeks of Saturday school, which was held on March 19th. And then today she just closed another deal. So talk about closing 2 deals in a month. Like, that is crazy. So I told her, I was like, sis, we're going to have a competition and see who will close the most deals by the end of this year. So, of course, we made a bet. The winner is going to get $1,000. So hopefully I'm going to pray real hard that I win this bet because, and it's not like, I'm doing this just for the competition, but it's healthy competition and it's going to keep me on my toes and keep her on her toes as well, which I'm super excited about. And then whenever my students get results, I love it because it's just another way to show people that not only have I achieved success with wholesaling mobile homes, but other people are out here getting the bag, putting in the work, doing all of that good stuff. The second Saturday school will be in June. I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to host it. Right now, I'm thinking June 18th, but don't hold me to that. I'll have the official date really soon. I just got to work out some other stuff, but that was some really exciting news. For those of you who are just getting on the live, unfortunately, we are not going to have our conversation tonight about rebuilding your credit because my homeboys with Supreme, he caught a flat tire and he has to get his truck towed or his car towed or whatever. So we're going to reschedule the live. So sorry if anybody is on and you do have any questions about credit or anything in general, I may be able to answer it. But as far as the conversation that was planned for tonight, we are not going to have that conversation. Oh, I see them popped on. Little between my hello, hey. I just seen them pop on. I wondered if they still want to go live. I don't know, because he said he had to get his car towed. But while we sitting here on live, does anybody have any questions about anything? So y'all know it's Financial Literacy Month. You can literally ask me anything about budgeting, saving, credit, investing, wholesaling mobile homes, building a business. If I have experience with it and I can speak to it, best believe, I can answer the question for you. If I can't answer the question for you, I know so many people that I can refer you to, which is why the conversation tonight was super duper important because so many people have questions about rebuilding your credit and what that looks like and just all these different questions. And to be honest, I don't have the answers. I do not have the answers at all. So I'm always telling them okay, go follow this page, go follow Supreme Financial Group and, basically consume their content because they specialize in credit. They know what it is that they're doing. They know how to rebuild credit. I've never had to rebuild credit. I know how to build credit. I started off with no credit at all, but building credit and rebuilding credit is 2 totally different things. Ooh, how do you budget? That is a great question. So I have a budgeting system called lifestyle budgeting. And I named it that intentionally because a lot of people think that budgeting is like you depriving yourself. You saying, oh, I'm only going to spend this certain amount, or I'm only going to do this or that. And it's just like, no, like we are not here to just work and live. So I want you to make it a habit of budgeting. Make your budget a part of your lifestyle. So the first thing that I always tell people is your budget is simply your financial GPS. So on our phones, just like we have, a GPS and it gives us directions to get from point A to point B, the same exact thing with your budget. So your budget is your plan for how you are going to spend your money. So I would just start off with writing down your income. So what is it that you have coming in? And then your expenses. What do you have coming out for that pay period? Period. So a lot of people, they like to create these cookie cutter monthly budgets. But I am not a fan of monthly budgets because if you don't get paid monthly, you shouldn't be budgeting monthly. You need to budget every single time you get paid. Why? Because like I said before, your budget is your financial GPS. So every time you get some money coming in, you need to make a plan for it. So after you have written down your income, what you have coming in, and you have written down your expenses for that pay period, the next thing you want to do is allocate your money into 4 different columns. So for short, I call it SSIG. And I'm going to give you some time if you're taking notes writing this down. Again, 4 different columns. These are the only 4 ways that you can use money as a tool. Break it down into 4 columns. SSIG. So the first S stands for save. The second S stands for spend. The I stands for invest. And then the G stands for give. So the only thing that you can do with your money is save it, spend it, invest it, and give it. So I always start off with tithing. So 10% of my income, before I even do those things, I'm giving 10% to the church that I go to. Then after that, I'm saving. I always recommend saving anywhere between 10 and 20%. So after you tithe, if you tithe, then you will take that number and multiply it by 10%. And whatever that number is, you want to put that in your savings account. You want to pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. You need to put money in your savings account before you pay a bill, before you buy something, before you go out to eat, before you lend it to somebody. Pay yourself first. Then the next thing, your spend column. What are you spending this month? How much are your bills for this pay period? Are you planning to buy somebody a birthday gift? Are you planning to go shopping or buy an outfit or something that you had your eye on? Like, what are you planning to spend your money on? Your budget is all about planning. Then next, the invest column. What do you want to invest in this month? Do you want to invest in a course or a book or a massage because you've been having a rough week? Like, what do you want to invest in? And then last but not least, giving. How are you giving? What are you giving back? So SSIG, and that's literally how I budget. If you are just getting on the live, I know that I promoted that we were going to be talking about rebuilding your credit tonight. However, my friends at Supreme, he caught a flat tire and was in the middle of the road and he had to get his car towed. So unfortunately, we are not going to talk about that tonight, but I still wanted to hop on and answer any questions that you may have in regards to personal finance, financial literacy month, wholesaling mobile homes, business, money, investing, all of that good stuff. So if you're just hopping on, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. So the next question, how long did it take for you to stick with your budget or savings goals? So with my budget, and I'm happy you asked that question because I don't stick to a budget. And I know that that's probably like, how can I say it? It's probably like very weird that, oh, you don't stick to a budget. But I don't have to stick to a budget because my dollars are planned out. And when the money not there, it's just not there. For me, it's a little bit differently. It's a little bit different how I manage my money now versus how I manage my money when I had a job. So when I had a job, of course, I knew what I was getting paid every 2 weeks. And I budgeted accordingly. I knew what was coming in, what was going out, and what other extra stuff I had to allocate, right? But now that I am a full-time entrepreneur, my checks, how I get paid is nowhere near as consistent as it was when I had a job. So one week I may make $500. Another week I may make $47. So it really just goes up and down. But the reason why I say I don't stick to a budget is because, like I said earlier, a budget is a part of my lifestyle. So every time I get some money coming in, I am going to budget. Like today, for an example, my check came in for when I went to speak at the College of Charleston. So when that check came in, what did I do? I made a budget and allocated that money. So it's not really something that I stick to. It's that I make a plan for every single dollar that comes into my account. And I have multiple accounts to help me stay organized. I don't have all of my money just sitting in one bank account. Like, I feel like that's the easiest way to really spend your money and spend it frivolously. So I would highly recommend getting multiple accounts, and then highly also recommend making budgeting a part of your lifestyle. So, no matter what, if it's your birthday and you just got, let's just say $300 from your friends and family or $500 from your friends and family, that is income. So make a budget for that income as well. So it's not really something you stick to. You just have to make it a part of your lifestyle. As far as savings goes, I just save consistently. So that's why I promote Save Something Saturday, because we look at these big goals like, oh, I want to save $10,000, right? And that seems to be overwhelming. But my thing is, you just got to get in the habit of saving. We are not saving money just to let it chill in an account. Every dollar that I save is for a purpose. So back when I had a job, I'm like, okay, I want to save this so I can invest in this course. I want to save this money so I can take this trip. So I feel like sticking to your savings goals and making it a priority to save is also having a purpose for saving. Like, yes, save for an emergency, of course, but also what are some other things that you want to save for? Do you want to save to go out of the country? Do you want to save because you need to update your wardrobe and you want some more stuff in your closet? Do you want to save so you can buy your mom or buy your friends or a family member a nice gift for their birthday? Put a reason why you're saving, and don't let it just be this thing of I'm saving just to save. If we can adopt right now how to have good saving and budgeting habits, trust and believe, when you start earning the money that you want to earn, it's going to serve you well. Notice I said serve. It's going to serve you well. A lot of people, they get a whole lot of money, but it doesn't serve them well because they don't know how to manage the money. So the same mistakes that they made back in the day when they was making little money, they take those same bad habits into this lot of money. Same thing with me. When I was living on campus in college, my freshman through junior year, it was okay that I had, $7,000 refund check and I was blowing it, doing whatever I wanted to do, living my best life. But I took those same bad habits into my senior year when I moved off campus and I had an apartment, a car payment, and bills for real. So you can't take those same bad habits that you had before with no responsibilities and less money into your new situation. Well, why can't you do that, Kiani? Because you're setting yourself up for failure. Literally, I blew $7,000 in 4 months and was facing eviction. But just imagine if my freshman through junior year, I had practiced good money habits. I knew how to budget. I knew why it was important to save. I was just financially responsible. My senior year would have looked totally different. Do I regret it? Absolutely not. Because without my financial struggles, I would have not have or created a brand called The Responsible Homegirl where I'm helping other people. So I don't regret anything, but I do want us to make wise and better decisions based off of our past. If you know for a fact you have messed up a whole lot of money, made some dumb decisions, it's okay. All of us have been there. But what are you doing now? Are you going to continue those same habits? Are you going to continue to point the blame and say, nobody taught me, or I don't know, or this is too hard? Like, stop pulling out all of the excuses in the book to justify your lack of financial responsibility. Like, it is literally time for us to be financially responsible. They're called personal finances for a reason. You have to take your finances personal. Is it personal for you? Take it personal. Take it personal. Okay, when the money flows, I budget on big and small purchases. Money flow, I budget on it. That's good though, because you have to. You really have to. And Scrib, like, I know for a fact, because me and you, we had a conversation in the past where, like, when it comes to you investing in certain things, you like, this a little big. This a big investment. But when you think about investing in your craft and into your business, y'all, I may be biased because I just love business, and I believe that when we put our minds to anything, there is nothing that we can't achieve. So, I mean, I'm just like, go all in, because the best investment that you can make is the investment in yourself, period. So go all in. Go all in. Does anybody have any other questions? Again, if you are just hopping on the live, I know that I was promoting how to rebuild your credit, and we're going to be talking about rebuilding your credit. However, my friends at Supreme, unfortunately, they caught a flat tire and had to get their car towed, so they were unable to get on the live. So I still wanted to hop on and answer any questions in regards to personal finance, because it is Financial Literacy Month. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment box below. You can ask me about budgeting, saving, wholesaling mobile homes, building a business, building a community, podcasting, literally whatever comes to mind. If you have any questions, drop them below. I want to be a resource to you tonight. And when we reschedule the credit live, I will let you all know. While y'all are waiting to put more questions in the comment box, I do want to tell y'all that I am excited because I am hosting my very first live podcasting event. I'm like, I don't know. I'm a little shy. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little shy and I'm a little nervous about it. Not because of the people or who I'm going to interview per se on stage, but I'm just wondering, like, in the area that I'm in, will people actually be interested in a live podcasting show? Will people want to hear, or people want to watch behind the scenes, like what goes on when I'm interviewing somebody or even having a panel? Because sometimes, y'all, I be just so stuck in my head, like, do people actually really care about the things that I care about? Question that needs answer. However, the thing is, with entrepreneurship, you're not going to know until you try. So I'm going to just have to do it, and then I guess I'll find out. So if you're listening right now and you do care about, live podcasting events, or you would like to be in the room, let your girl know. And I definitely want to see you there. I mean, I'm going to host the event anyway. I just wanted to tell y'all that I'm a little bit scared, but I'm going to do it afraid. I am going to do it afraid. And it's going to be this summer. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. So I didn't see any other questions, and I don't want to keep any of you. So just some things to recap before we end. I will be letting you all know when we are going to reschedule our Rebuilding Your Credit IG Live, because we didn't have it tonight. So I'll be letting you know when that is rescheduled. Number 2, my Saturday school cohort, my students, they are doing amazing. The next Saturday school will be hosted in June. I am thinking June 18th, but I'll let you know the date for sure. And one thing that I just want to just touch on as far as it relates to Saturday school is, when I tell you I am very, very, very particular about, or not particular, what's the word? What am I trying to say? I'm basically trying to say, like, I don't play about my students in my class. Like, this is not something that I am doing to just get your money. I could care less, because I make money from wholesaling. What I care more about is you getting results. You actually coming to Saturday school, getting the valuable information, you taking action, you helping people, and you making money. Period. So I'm telling you right now, just like my planners are called for executors only, this class is for executors only. Because you may see myself, you may see my students with, all of these deals that we're closing, finding success and all of this different stuff. But it's not going to work unless you do. So as you are preparing for Saturday school, if it is something that you're interested in, I real life want you to know that it's easy, but it's not. It takes work. And I'm not going to sit here and cap like I love everything about wholesaling mobile homes. I do not. However, I know that this is a stepping stone to get me to where I want to be, because I foresee myself owning mobile home parks, having investment properties with mobile homes across the country. I see that for myself. But you have to take steps to get to where you want to be. Sometimes you can't just jump on top of the mountain. No, you may have to hike a little bit before you can get there. So in regards to wholesaling mobile homes, if you know that it is something that you're interested in, I just want you to know that it is work. It may look easy because I always promote like you get paid for connecting a seller and a buyer. But there is so much behind the scenes work. And I'm telling you, at Saturday school in my class, I talk about it from A to Z. No question is unanswered. And then even after the class, I walk my students through closing their very first deal. So I know a lot of y'all are probably thinking like, dang, she had one in March. She's not having the next one until June. Well, that was very intentional because I want to pour into my current students. I want to make sure that they are actually getting results. Not me just taking a little $97 and, go do whatever you do. And I also want y'all to know, if you didn't catch the first Saturday school, I'm so sorry for you, because that class was the cheapest that it will ever be. Ever be. My first student, I'm not even gonna tell y'all how much she made because that's her personal business. But trust and believe, $97, it was way too cheap for what she made off of her first deal. And no, I don't feel away. I'm actually very, very, very happy that she made the amount of money that she made. But when I say every one of my students will make 4 figures off of their first deal, what's 4 figures compared to $97? Now, the next class won't be $97, but I still want you to think about that. What's 4 figures compared to the price on the class? So just get ready for that. I'm trying to think, do I have any more other updates? Oh, Kikoff, my partnership with Kikoff. If you are listening and you know that you need to increase your credit score, build your credit, Kikoff is an amazing tool where there is no interest, no fees. You pay $2 a month. You get access to a $500 line of credit. And it's a way that you can really build your credit. You can build your credit. They're reporting everything to the 3 major credit bureaus. And the reason why I love it so much is because it is no interest. A lot of credit building apps, they don't tell you about the interest. You have to read the fine print. The reason why I know that is because I'm in the personal finance space. So I'm looking for little things like that. But consumers like you all on my live right now, y'all don't really care about stuff like that. The only thing that y'all really care about is boosting up that credit score. But I'm here to tell you that it matters. The reason why it matters is because I don't want you to have to pay just to build your credit. Like, yes, you have to pay for them, like, to use the tool or whatever. But as far as you paying interest on whatever it is that you use and you pay back, no, you shouldn't have to pay interest on that. So if you are interested in Kikoff, make sure you click the link in my bio and sign up. Sign up. So y'all, that is literally all that I have for you tonight. I'm not going to keep you any longer. If you joined because you were expecting the conversation about rebuilding your credit, I am so sorry. Best believe we will be rescheduling it. Life just happens. I cannot control what happened. But anytime stuff does happen, you just want to be very mindful and care about your people. It's not like I was like, oh my gosh, the world gonna end because I promoted this and y'all can't come. No, it's okay. It's cool. We can always reschedule a conversation. And no matter what, if you wanted the information, you will come back and get it. So I'll definitely let you know when we reschedule the conversation about rebuilding your credit. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me this past 30 minutes. If you are new and you missed the entire episode, we were just doing like a Q&A and talking about some personal finance stuff. The replay will be available on the Responsible Homegirl podcast. I think it's going to be episode 35. Cheers to me, because your girl is being consistent as ever this year. Literally Facebook, and I'm gonna say this last thing and I'm gonna get off, but Facebook reminded me of last year when I recorded, I think it was like the second Think Like a Mogul podcast episode, or maybe the first. And I was like, dang, it's crazy because I started this last year and I was so inconsistent. I started it and everybody loved it and was like, Kiani, keep doing this. I love these interviews, blah, blah, blah. And I fell off. I was so inconsistent. But this year, when I tell you I'm in my consistency bag, I'm in my execution bag, I have been consistently uploading, recording 2 podcast episodes a week. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Don't play with me. So yeah, shout out to me. I'm proud of me. Thank y'all for rocking with me and continuing to listen to my voice. Sometimes I listen to my episodes and I just be like, girl, be quiet. But clearly, y'all love the information that I'm sharing. Y'all love the guests that I bring on. So I'm very grateful and I'm happy that I get the opportunity to provide y'all with this information. Because if I don't do it, who will? And I always remind myself of that. So thank you again for rocking with me this past couple of minutes on IG Live or the podcast. If you're re-listening on the podcast, always remember, with exposure, execution, and consistency, there is absolutely nothing you can't do. I'll see y'all next time.